Hey everyone! I know it's been a while since I've last uploaded a video to my channel. I've been pretty busy in the last few months, but I'm finally back and I've decided to start a new Let's Play series, and it's going to be on Homeworld Remastered. The Homeworld Remastered collection just came out a few days ago, and it includes both the original Homeworld game as well as Homeworld 2 in basically remastered with basically new graphics and sound and all that. So if you don't know what Homeworld's about, it's basically a real-time strategy game, an RTS, just like StarCraft or Company of Heroes, if you've seen my Let's Play on that. But the difference is, it takes place in space and involves spaceships and firing at each other, and it's also in full 3D, so you can move your spaceships up, down, wherever. And the reason I like this game so much is you can maneuver your spaceships in all these different configurations and then try to gain an advantage on the enemy and that sort of thing. So, in terms of spaceships, there's like fighters, corvettes, bigger ships like frigates, and capital ships, like destroyers, cruisers, and that sort of thing. And there are a lot of cool weapons also as well. I used to play the original Homeworld back when I was maybe about 14 years old, and without a doubt, it's probably one of my all-time favorite games I've ever played. So I'm really excited to play this new remastered version. For this Let's Play, I'm going to replay the single-player campaign, which is, frankly, probably one of the most amazing stories I've ever seen in a campaign. And let's just go right into it, and I'll show you what this game's all about.
Years ago, a satellite detected an object under the sands of the Great Desert. An expedition was sent. An ancient starship buried in the sand. Deep inside the ruin was a single stone that would change the course of our history forever. On the stone was etched a galactic map and a single word more ancient than the clans themselves. Higara, our home. The clans were united, and a massive colony ship was designed. Construction would take 60 years. It would demand new technologies, new industries, and new sacrifices. The greatest of these was made by the scientist Karen Sajet, who had herself permanently integrated into the colony ship as its living core. She is now Fleet Command. The promise of the Guide Stone united the entire population. Every mind became focused on the true origin of our people. Every effort on the construction of the ship that would seek it out among the stars.
Scaffold control standing by.
All stations green.
You're cleared to approach. You got it.
Bays 8, 9, and 10 sealed.
Scaffold decks A, B, C secure. Decks D and E secure. Scaffold secure. All systems green. Release crew standing by. What a beautiful sight.
This is Fleet Command. Reporting Mothership relaunch status. Command online. Resourcing online. Construction online. Cryogenic subsections A through J online. K through S online. Scaffold control, stand by for alignment. Alignment confirmed. Stand by, release control.
Caliper banks released.
The Mothership has cleared the scaffold. We are away. Stand by for command line testing.
Command line green. Initial fleet in position.
Course deleted.
Fleet intelligence going online. Our task is to analyze all sensor data and generate mission objectives. Before the hyperdrive test, several trials must be completed. Test construction by building the primary research ship. Test resource processing by harvesting the asteroids provided nearby.
Hyperspace module charging. 35% capacity and rising. The Mothership will be ready for the hyperdrive test in 10 minutes.
At ease.
Stand by to begin combat trials. First, we will be monitoring formation performance. Target drones have been provided here. Assign a formation to your fighters and destroy the drones.
All right, so that was a long intro. So you can see here we've got over here our mothership. This is the ship that will take us to our home. It's capable of building other ships and also collecting resources. So obviously you want to protect this thing at all costs. Behind us over there is Kharak. This is actually a desert, mostly a desert planet that these people have been living on. And only I think you can see the top and the northern and southern hemispheres are the really habitable areas. There's a big, great desert in the middle there. And that's where we discovered, as you saw in the cinematic, the way home, basically. So I'll just go over quickly some of the controls here. You'll notice that to basically, you want to rotate around things, you hold the right mouse button. If you want to focus on a certain object, as I just did with the mothership, you can hold the Alt key and then select an object. In this case, I'll select around this little fleet of stuff we have here. I don't think we're in any hurry, so I won't fulfill that objective of destroying those drones yet. So here, yeah, we got a couple little bit of scouts and a resource collector. We're going to use this guy to collect resources in a minute. But yeah, for now, I'm going to actually select, you can click and select units.
Copy.
like that. And so I'm selecting all of my scouts. You can also assign groups to help me. I'm going to assign this to group 1.
Group 1 designated.
So I just did control 1 there. And to move, I think you can just right-click. Yep, right-click and then right-click anywhere on the map.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
It'll move to that location. You can also push the M key, and that'll allow you to move at least along this plane. If you want to start moving 3-dimensionally, you have to hold the Shift key like this, and then click again. Let go of the Shift key, and then click
Strike
again.
group coordinates
So now
locked
my
in.
scouts are going to go a little bit higher. Let's focus right on these scouts so we can see. There we go. So yeah, so let's just look at our objectives here. I think we want to construct a research ship, harvest some asteroids. I can see some in the background there, and destroy the target drones using a formation. So actually, that's the next thing I should probably look at here, or show you guys. There are a bunch of different formations. It looks like the user interface is a little different from the original game, but down here you can actually select different formations that your ships can go in. It's usually more useful for fighters. So here I selected an X formation. You can see the scouts moved into an X like that. You can try some other ones, like
New formation acknowledged.
a big line like that. I think this one's
formation
a
acknowledged.
wall formation, so they'll try to... Well, that's not much of a wall. But yeah, anyway, I'll just use this formation, and then we can go off to that drone. Now, there's also one more button I should show you. If you push the spacebar, you can actually flip between radar mode and, actually in-game. So if I push spacebar now, you can see a whole overview of the whole map. And this is great for just getting just a bird's eye view of what's going on, say in maybe other places of the scenario. So yeah, so in this case,
Standing by.
I selected all my units. You can also move just like in-game there. So I right-click there, and we're going to move over to those drones there. And let's make sure we... Okay, so we got a few drones here. If you want to attack them, you can right-click them, or you can also... actually, I'll do that for one of these. So let's attack this. Oh, and it looks like they... Oh, no, they're not going to attack the other ones yet. Usually when they... Oh, actually, they are. So usually what happens is, if you tell it to attack something, it'll attack any nearby, also other nearby enemies, so that's what it's doing right now. You can also order ships to attack by holding down the control key. Actually, I'll just...
Strike group coordinates locked in.
Tell them to stop there. And then I can hold down the control key and then select...
Strike group, prepare for assault.
Select a group there. You can use the control key to also force attack things like neutral units or even your own units. So that can be useful sometimes. So I think we're gonna finish off our drone. And I hear something. Not sure what that was. That noise was the hyperspace.
Formation trial complete. Flight analysis shows a 22% increase in combat performance. The next trial will test the effectiveness of tactics. Stand by to begin tactics trial. Use aggressive or evasive tactics and engage the target drones here.
There? Oh, over there. That's not on my map. Let's just take a look. Yeah, I was looking on the wrong spot there. Okay, so I was talking about how ships, by default, will attack other enemies nearby, but you can change the behavior of that using, as Fleet Intelligence has told us, evasive and aggressive tactics. You can see down in this bottom left part here, by default we're on, I think it's passive tactic, that's F2, and we can change it to either evasive tactics, defensive tactics, that's F3, or aggressive tactics, that's F4. Basically, evasive tactics...
perimeter set. Reporting.
Defensive tactics, basically, if you do it this way, it'll turn off that behavior of attacking enemies. It'll just attack enemies that you just tell it to. So if I right-click this target drone, it should only attack just that drone and nothing else. You can see there's no red line there, so I don't think that... Actually, they are. I think they might have changed something in the game. I might be misleading you guys here. But yeah, I'll just let them blow up stuff. I Okay, I think now if I understand, it's actually a different. It's more like Homeworld 2. Defensive tactics, I think, puts more power to engines, I think, and aggressive tactics maybe to weapons. I really don't know. But yeah, basically, it just gives you an option to gear your fleet toward different, you know, if you want to put more power to, you know, being aggressive, or put more power of just, you know, standing by and not doing anything. So let those scouts finish that. I should probably go look that up, maybe. Maybe I'll give you guys an answer by the next mission.
Defeated the enemy.
Alright, so those drones are gone. I expect fleet intelligence will interrupt me right now. No? Oh, there we go.
Tactics trial complete. The next trial will test the performance of the salvage corvette. Build one and capture the target drone here.
Okay, so we need a salvage corvette. We actually have to build one. Actually, this might be a good time to actually figure out how to collect resources. So let's do that first. We've got this little guy here. This is the resource collector. And it's pretty simple. You just right-click on resources. Those are some resources there. So if I right-click that, we'll just go off and start collecting. It'll bring them back to the mothership. And you'll see hopefully our resource units will increase after that. You can also push the H key, and that'll, on the resource collector, and it'll just go to the nearest asteroid that it can find. So, yeah, we'll just wait for that to go. Just gotta remind myself. So it's gonna harvest asteroids and capture the drone. I think we do have enough for a salvage corvette. So let's look at construction. So you'll notice there's a build menu and other things up here. For the build menu, you can just click that up. And then you have a plethora of options. These little buttons here are basically different ship types. So Scout is a you got a fighter class, and there's Scouts, but there are also other kinds of fighters you can build. There's corvettes, frigates, bigger capital ships, other things. We want to build the salvage corvette, so that's under corvettes. And the salvage corvette allows us to capture enemy vessels.
Construction underway.
Build one of those there. I think how it works is you need one salvage corvette for any like fighter or corvette, but you need actually multiple salvage corvettes for any larger ships like frigates or capital ships. So I'm going to build that up there. It's going to take a little while there. Let's take a look at our map. You can also dock your fighters if they like take any damage. You can actually tell them to dock. You can. I'm selecting my fighters, and if I right-click on the mothership, they'll
salvage corvette complete.
They'll come back in and they get any repairs and that sort of thing. So that's kind of useful. And also, you can using the launch menu. I won't show it to you right now, but you can actually tell ships to not auto-launch out of mothership or later in the game carriers. So yeah, so here's my little salvage corvette.
Destination locked in.
Focus in on this little guy here. Yep. So he's got little capture-y thingies. I don't know what these are.
Signal green.
For capturing ships. So let's bring him over to the
moving to destination
drone there. And yeah, you can see now the scouts are actually auto-launching out. If I look in the launch menu, there's a little option here to say stay docked. This will be useful later on if you need to like keep your hyperspace, dock your fighters into a carrier, for example, and then hyperspace out of there.
Standing by.
But for now, we're just gonna keep things simple. Okay, so here comes our salvage corvette. We captured just a little drone here. Let's just take a look here. Nope, it just rammed into it and just grabbed it. No special effects, I guess. All right, so it's going to bring that back, and I think we're almost ready to test hyperspace. So let's go do that. Yeah, I harvest some resources. My collector's still going there. Also, there's the other menu I should mention is the research menu. Actually, I think that did we miss an objective? Oh yeah, I forget. So we need to build a research ship. it's actually in this category here, so I'm gonna
Construction underway.
get that going. The research ship will allow us to, well, basically research new ship types, and I also, at least in Homeworld 1, I think it's mainly about that. In Homeworld 2, you actually get upgrades to ships as well. So, yeah, that'll be pretty exciting. So we'll just let that finish here. My resource collector's coming back. Yeah, also, there's also these guys here. These are actually cryogenic trays. I'm not going to try to hint for later on since I've already played the campaign, but these will come pretty important in a couple missions or so. Basically, the mothership is not just a construction facility, it's housing a portion of the population from Kharak over there and bringing them along. They were basically in cryogenic sleep, so like deep frozen basically. So, yeah, we're gonna need to take them along. But I think in this mission we're actually just gonna do
stand by for hyperdrive test. Internal pressure doors will be sealed in 2 minutes. Abort systems standing by.
Hyperspace module fully charged. I am ready to initiate quantum wave generation on your mark. Good luck, everyone.
All sections have reported in. We are clear to proceed. Trigger the hyperspace drive at your discretion.
As I was saying, we're just doing a hyperspace test right now, just to make sure that we're gonna, you know, this thing's actually gonna work. Hyperspace is the way for us to basically get out of this star system and into, you know, towards home. The hyperspace effect is pretty cool, so I think we're all done. We can just push this button here.
Stand down. We're on hold.
And before hyperspace can happen, all the ships that we just built, scouts, this salvage corvette, and the resource collector, are going to dock with the mothership because, you know, otherwise we're going to leave them behind, and that's not cool. The nice thing about Homeworld is the ships you build in previous missions, you know, they stay with you. So whatever you build in the last mission or capture in the last mission will have an effect on future missions. So there's a bit of, you know, a bit of resource management in that sense, where you gotta make sure that, you know, you got enough ships for the scenarios that you're gonna face in the rest of the campaign. Yeah, I think that's pretty fun. I kind of wonder if I should have, well, actually, I kind of missed a few resources there, but I'm okay with that. And this resource collector is taking a freaking long time. Get in there. Yeah, it's pretty slow. So, yeah. So yeah, we'll see this. We'll see the mothership hyperspace in just a minute, and I could have pushed this quick dock button. Okay, well, I think for this once I won't push that, and I'll just let it do its thing. Oh, there we go. And that's the end of the first mission, guys. So, well, that's a good intro to Homeworld there. I'll see you guys next time.